the far less successful yet moderately more entertaining Stone Vulcan.
Hello?
Yes, Gigs, you are on, and you're streaming, dog. I think.
Nice.
Although, I'm gonna maybe press this button.
Okay.
And test something real quick. All right, there we go. So we're gonna share the stream, and we're gonna take that, copy it, and we's gonna paste it. Bop bop. Yeah, it's working. It's working. And everyone. Please. Oh, there it is. That's a draw. Please feel free to join my live chat and ask. Man, this is crazy. So I gotta I should have maybe thought of this before I started being on camera at the moment, right? But John, oh Gigs, hey Gigs, maybe you should Discord name. Anyways, dude. So what I'm doing right now is let me see if I can turn this on. Participants. All right, just me and you right now. Okay, y'all. Jumping on Discord, not Discord. Well, yes, Discord, but jumping onto multiple streams at the same time to try to make something happen here. So what I'd like to do is give away some gifts that have to do with Star Trek Fleet Command. And so like one of them, the first one that I'm thinking about is this one right here. And the person that gets this one right gets their name right in the middle of this whole thing. Right. Up close view. It's not bad, man, right? I'm not terrible at scribbling shit. Next one, right? This one is gonna have more to do with like who the wisest wizard is. There's a lot of negative space out here for me to do something interesting. Maybe put in like a slogan with a name. I'll say it'd mean a lot, please. Mining events. Anyways, this one is going to go untouched and I'll frame it. It's probably one of my favorite drawings that I've ever done. And it coincides with a brand that I was thinking about creating, which is Y brand. But the Y brand logo was something like that. Anyways, this little alien dude is near to my heart, man. I've had this for a long time, and it's one of the first ones that I made that I was like really happy with. Like I was just like, man, that looks cool. I'm pleased, right? And it stuck around for a long time. And then the biggest and the baddest of them all, right, for this round is this crazy motherfucker, right? If you need something to scare your kids with, Right. That's a great option, but I can also fill the negative space with names on the sides, which should be a cool thing. Taking that as a hard and fast no on several fronts. However, let me pull up this share button again. I just need to figure out, right? And oh my gosh, why didn't I ask this sooner, right? Plea. This is my plea to the audience here, right? I can drop a blanket behind me. I can get a nicer microphone, right? I need to know, and I could use, if any of you are like, I wish that I had someone that could be on camera to articulate some of the things that I would like to articulate. But my passion is really in producing the videos and helping facilitate that part, right? Like, holy Moses, could I use you, please? Because I don't understand a lot of the technology here. I don't know how to make it connect, right? So I have software that I use for work. I have software that I've edited videos with. I can add music and all these other things. I can do the cuts. I understand how to do it, right? But the part that is killing me is the ability to actually like get my phone to display while I'm talking here in this screen, right? It's like beyond frustrating and I don't know, paralyzing to a degree if you're someone who's talking about a video game, but you're not actually showing the video game that you're playing. Like playing this way would be it's quite the challenge, actually. I can't even tell what I'm mining down here. It would not work. What I will tell you is your boy is 26th place for the solo event and has migrated alliances once again to Tosh, but just back to Tal Shiar. This is like my second time coming back to Tal Shiar. However, the story in and of itself of how I've gone full circle, right, is probably worth its own video. That seems like a crowd draw that I shouldn't waste at this time, so to speak. So unless anyone has questions about that, I'm happy to answer them. However, I'm going to keep re-promoting my conversational thing out here. And what I'd like is if anyone has questions or anything that they want to talk about, feel free to throw it into the chat and happy to dialogue about that. Down the road, again, I would very, 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 very much like to do interviews. And I know how to do the interviews. And actually, I think I'm going to record my first one tonight with my boy Gigs, Giga Time, AKA a lot of names. But man, the technology has really been a struggle for me getting this up and running. And like, as much as I'd like to be able to dialogue about like what's happening in the game right now for me and for other people, all I can really do is just fucking dialogue. So my entertainment level, that's a lot of pressure on being entertaining without being able to show people what's actually happening behind the scenes. I will say this. I have some strong PvE roots, right? So anyone who's curious about like PvE events, that's probably going to be a future topic that I address. And PvE etiquette, I will just throw it out there first and foremost and right now. If you are doing a PvE event that requires you kill certain level ships, right? We're talking not swarm, not separatist. Okay. The other type of PvE events. If there's an event where you have to go kill level 32 ships and you go into a system and all that's in that system is level 30 ships, if you sit and wait for level 32 ships to just start appearing, fuck you. And if you wait for those level 32 ships to appear after I've been killing all the 30s and 31s, double fuck you. I literally had someone argue with me the other day about like the amount of level 32 ships that appear in the system are based on the number of ships that are in the system. Hard no. Hard and fast. That is not how it works. If you want 32 ships to appear, you have to kill the 30s and the 31s to get the 32s. If you think I'm crazy, go into a system that has 3 levels of ships that nobody else is in. You can find them anywhere, low level or high level, right? I promise you, if you kill only 1 level of ship, the other 2 levels are the only ones you're going to see. I'm not crazy, just like I wasn't crazy when I was talking about North Star doesn't tell you, right, what the mining rate is for the North Star. Meaning, my Horizon says it mines faster than my North Star. My North Star literally mines faster than my Horizon with the right crew, right? So there are aspects of this game that like people think you're crazy if you're actually thinking along the right lines. And it blows my mind when people argue with me about things that I'm trying to help them with. I know I'm not as professional with my everything at this point, right? As some of the faces that you might see, like the Reverend Deuce. He's got his thing going right, and I'm sure that at some point in one of his videos, he's emphasized the same thing. But I've just seen it come up so many times that I kind of feel like I have to be dramatic about it, and it's worthwhile. So in any case, I got 5 folk on right now. I wish that I had more, but what I'm really, really hoping for is that I post this video and that someone is like, oh man, I've been wanting to do the same thing and I've been wanting to get my screen going and I've been, but I don't understand the technology either. And let's figure it out, right? As much as I'd like to go at this solo, my job requires me looking at a screen all day throughout the day. And that in and of itself becomes like very big tax. I think tax is a fair word. I'm an introvert, dude. And this is like a stretch for me to constantly be putting myself out there and dialogue, man. That's like, I may have used the word dialogue more times in this conversation than I've used in a long time. However, I do think that there are people out there that want to accomplish the same thing that I want to accomplish, but maybe have the same issues that I have in terms of time dedication. And I think it'd be very cool for us to like coincide or combine and get together and make some of these things happen. I'm so freaking close, y'all, to this is, can you see it? Right there. Nope, probably not. I'm so close to tier 6 Bortos, right? And the previous 2 alliances I've been in, a tier 6 Bortos would have been Boss Hoss, right? And as I rejoined the Tal Shiar Alliance on my server 20, right? Like as soon as I rejoined, I was just back to the middle of the pack. And Gigs, thanks for letting me know. You could actually see that, dude. Wait. Yeah, you can see it. Yeah, that it was close up. That was good. Oh, Lefty, dude, thank you. Already posting quirks. So you want to commentate while playing the game. 1, does it need to be live? Do you need to switch it back and forth between you and the game? What phone do you have? Fantastic questions. Okay, so 1, I would like to do both at the same time. So maybe have my game like not to piggyback too hard off of what Rev has done, but I mean, he's not the first person to put the game behind him while he was playing it, right? So I would love for me to be a tiny little person in the corner over here and for my game to be playing behind me. I could record it and then post it. I'd be okay with that. The live part is more of a nice to have than a need to have. And then I have an iPhone. However, my contract is up. I'm ready to go to any phone that I need to have. However, I've not gotten hard and fast confirmation that I'm able to switch from having an iPhone to the other thing. The other thing to an Android. Sorry. I'm like curious about what's happening on Discord. Are you watching? Very curious. And I would say, man, oh, thanks, man. Shout out. Appreciate you. Oh, there you go, Lefty. Thanks, man. So what I would say, and Fly, I hope you jump over to here as well. What I'd say is I'm super flexible on the technology. However, like I don't want to lose my whole account if I try to go from an iPhone to an Android. That said, like if that's the only way to make this happen, like maybe I'm just fucking playing the wrong game at this point. Like if I can't go backwards far enough, right? Could be nuts. Anyways, a few other folks jumping on, and hopefully if anyone has questions about Server 20 information, right? I am one of the few people who has maneuvered his way into the hearts and minds of very, very nice people in Server 20 on Star Trek Elite Command. So always happy to answer questions about like if you're curious about joining a different alliance or if you have been, oh, there's a zero node. Let's see if I can give a shout out to someone on a zero node. Ooh, I don't know anyone in Goa. GOA. I do miss Morska though. I think that, so there's one alliance I've seen take advantage of this like holistic strategy, right? But the alliance that I'm thinking of hasn't, I don't think they've done this consciously or strategically, right? There are, and I call this SV real estate, right? Stone Vulcan real estate. You buy, I'm high. But Pajim, Morska, Raytor, those 3 spots, dude, get your base in there. Get your alliance's bases in there. Those should be prime fucking real estate for negotiations, for other things. But those are the places and maybe the only systems where your base can literally be right next to a node, right? Prove me wrong, put it in here and I'll look it up, right? But those are the systems to I have pockets. Those are the systems to put your shit in though. Oh yeah, those are done. Pizza pockets. All of those pizzas. Tell me this isn't, even though you can't see what I'm doing in the game, which based on how much I'm talking, dude, probably less exciting than it sounds. this isn't bad, right? Wouldn't you want to also be able to see some shit and I could like maybe say some shit and then I could bring some smart people on to say smarter shit? Like, and this can be a cool thing for server 20 in and of itself, right? As a contained thing. I'm not trying to be universally famous or anything like that. I just want our server, right, to know who other people are, and be able to like have more fun playing the game, which I think oftentimes gets overlooked, is like having fun playing this simple game, dude. It's really just it's a very soccer-like game, right? In the sense that your strategy is defined before you even take the field. And there's like a halftime show and you'll like change strategies a little bit, right? But at the end of the day, man, how good your players are coming into the game and how good your strategy is coming into the game, that's a big thing. You're not calling out plays minute by minute like basketball or football, every other down and every other, well, bucket, right? But I was hoping, Lefty, that my answers to your questions would inspire answers about how to make the technology work, because again, I just don't feel good about putting these videos out there without having some production quality, right? And I can do more here. What's up, G? I know you are. So has arrived in the Fed Council. What? Yes, finally, someone voting on Federation Council topics who really cares about Federation Council topics. So someone who really plays by the rules, you know. And Lefty, thank you, man. I appreciate that. If you've got ideas or suggestions for how I can use the technology, right, post that shit in Quarks. I'm very down to learn. I'm like beyond humble in terms of trying to understand how to make this stuff happen. What I do have is the time after work and typically the motivation, I would say, to make those things happen. Although, I'll bring y'all with me. My dog gets pretty disappointed. She's like, we should be hanging out. That's cool. Now, while I'm making my dinner happen, we can talk more about the Federation Council. So we're voting on armadas in the Federation Council right now. And personally, I have, strong opinions about how armadas should be dealt with, because armadas legitimately, way more costly and way more important than any of the like fucking nodes that you might be sitting on. And I've seen people throw shit fits over a 3C node, or God forbid, like you're not done mining a titanium node or something, right? Like, you killed my ship. You took my armada. You not only took my armada, you took the armada of 3-4 other people and my money straight out my pocket, because the only way to keep getting armadas consistently at this point is to pay for them. That was hot. I don't know if you guys feel me on this, but I personally feel like it's a big deal to take someone else's armada. And I've been talked into it twice, right? Where I was the big guy coming in thinking, oh, I'm just here to defend my friend's armada. And come to find out, my friend had accidentally started one after someone else. And so they're like, come help. And then I get there and they're like, I need you to kill those people, right? That's really hard for me, Because when someone takes an Armada from my alliance, I really don't have a lot of forgiveness for that. And I'm also not one to be like, the rules that apply to me are different than the rules that apply to you. ROE for Armadas. Thanks, buddy. Anyways, man, I'm gonna find out who these 6 people are, and y'all are gonna get, well, we're gonna do drawing. So some of you weren't here for the beginning, but number 1, you're gonna get customized, right? A lot of negative space, but whoever wins is gonna get this piece customized. Well, not wins, whoever one of the winners are. The other one is gonna be this one. The other one's gonna be this one, less customizable, but to me more valuable. And the last one, customized, is gonna be this one with name, and crazy face all over it, right? You guys jumping on sincerely means a lot. And most of what I'm doing at this point is really trying to like fish for help. Man, I work looking at the same computer I'm looking at right now all day. And that is like highly unmotivational when I get home. If I could, I would stream like this immediately. Like when I get home, I'd be doing this and it'd be fun and we could all talk, right? And this would be a great thing. But what's killing me is I can't actually share the game from my phone to my computer. It's an iPhone. It's a PC. So any suggestions would be grateful. Lefty, I sincerely appreciate you posting some stuff in Quarks. I'll take a look at that. But probably hop off here, post this video and share it. Feel free to let other people know, right? I don't think that this is like a video worth sharing or anything at this point, but I'll try to keep this going, at least jumping on live once a week. I'll maybe try not to do it on nights where Rev just did earlier, but you know, if you guys ever want to come over for pizza pockets and weed, I got you, dog. Peace.